Hello and welcome back to another game of the International 2017. We're in Group A. Team Liquid is facing TNC Pro Team. TNC lost game number 1. Liquid walked away with that and made it look easy. I'm Shiver, I'm here with Blitz. Blitz, what does TNC need to do to change their fate?
They need to not get Huskard.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna get Huskard. Hey! Oh. I thought for a second we were gonna have an IO, but Liquid banned out the IO themselves.
Yeah. TNC probably one of the other few teams that do it, and that is
Whoa.
a weird...
Alright, this is the first game that they have played so far where they don't open with an IO or an Earthshaker or a Caution. That is. Like with one of the 3 GH heroes.
Well, this time it's been bad. So, everything has been bad.
5 seconds remaining.
So it'd be impossible.
It is impossible because they ban out the IO themselves, so it's
Yeah.
like,
It's impossible.
Confusing. They have to change it up, but they also do the Zeus.
TNC, take Silencer, please.
I mean, they have played Silencer before on 137. They lost that game though.
They're either going to take Silencer or Rubik.
Actually, they won one game with Silencer.
It was against EG.
It was against EG with the Bat Rider already, so they can pair them up. Do you like this opening for Liquid, by the way? Obviously, they get forced into something else, but
Very cool. It's an interesting opening. I'm trying to figure out why... I'm thinking, so Sand King is probably one of the more common 4 positions in Dota.
yeah.
He's like Cuddle with the stun. He shoves the waves in, plus he has a stun. And Zeus, I'm imagining, is
5 seconds.
to counter the Bat Rider. You know, Bat tries to blink in, just ulti.
Yep.
But
Zap him.
still pretty interesting.
What kind of Zeus is this? Is this a Miracle Zeus? We have seen Miracle Zeus earlier this tournament. We casted that game actually.
I think they're going to keep it open for now. They could even do something like GH Zeus and offlane Sand King.
TNC's turn to
That option's open as well. We got the Pugna ban.
I think that's going to be a core Zeus then, if they're banning Pugna.
There's they also don't want to get too much push. They already have to deal with the Lycan. Is the counter push, like you say, that Sand King obviously pushes out waves a bit? Is the Sand King enough to deal with the push that comes from a Lycan?
Yeah. I mean, Lycan doesn't really push anymore because you're... It depends actually, because people lately are going for the Necro build.
Yeah.
So maybe. But Zeus is also very good at that. Because Zeus can just spam lanes. Whenever you try to get close, you arc lightning from so much distance away.
So what did they need to focus on with the next pick for Team Liquid?
For Team Liquid,
Like, is there something that they haven't countered yet? Is there something they should want?
they probably take their... You can take your 1 position right now, just because of the fact that TNC has shown 2 cores, potentially. And I think, especially if you see the carry already, what you're trying to do usually with the carry is match the other carry's timing. So, let's look at the heroes. Oh, I clicked that stupid thing.
Which stupid thing?
The one that makes it all dark. I am a fool.
TNC's turn.
Don't worry, you can look at my screen. That works too.
Oh, they
go
take
for the
Beastmaster?
Beastmaster though, so that's mind control. That also reveals that Sand King's GH hero.
That's a pretty good Lycan counter too.
He also builds a Necronomicon. Well, he can.
I think MC is one of the few people that don't like building that item in general.
Remaining.
Even when it was popular, I think he was always reluctant.
5 seconds remaining.
Sad.
Okay, I will guess Liquid's carry. I will say
Alright.
it's... Right now, I will say it's either Void or Silly Bear.
Well, we have seen already. Matumoman played a lot of Void, and 1 Lone Druid so far.
But I think it's much more likely that they take Void with this kind of setup.
Is why is Necro Fuzz this time not an option? I mean, last game it worked out just fine. What's wrong with it this time?
I just don't think it pairs very well with the rest of their heroes. And Kuro's liable to do anything because he's Kuro, but there
Still
it
a
is.
bear.
It feels like it had to be one of those two, considering the circumstances of what you're laning against. If you're going to be against a Bat Rider, you need something like that. But from my understanding anyways, I'm pretty sure Bat Rider beats Lone Druid.
10 seconds.
In a 1v1?
Just the lane overall is kind of annoying for him,
5 seconds.
from my recollection of the situation. But
See
maybe
if
I'm
that's
wrong
actually
here.
going to be the matchup, though. They can swap it around. if they
Yeah.
want to. Have some supports helping out. Jakiro picked up on the side of TNC. I do like that a lot, especially that he's picked third, because that means he's the biggest with the wing spread of 2 extra heroes on either side. I'm looking forward to see what TNC is picking up next. We are lacking still their mid hero and another support, and they actually go for their mid first, so they're leaving their fourth, their position for their last pick.
Maybe that's the Batrider.
Maybe you're thinking they can swap it out, switch it up.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. We've seen a 4-position Batrider twice already this tournament.
Yeah.
Did I cast one of those games with you?
No. I have not
Toby,
cast.
I think I cast one with Toby and one with Owen. Or not Owen, Lyrical.
So far there's only been once when I believe there's only been once where TNC picked their support last, and it was a Kunkka at that point.
Kunkka.
Why would you save Kunkka for last though?
Okay, I will say...
What will you say?
Is Clockwork banned?
Clockwork is not banned. And they've played a lot of Clockwork already. I mean, we saw it even previous game.
I will tell you something though that's weird about Dota players. Is if they lose with the hero in a series, like in a best of 3, they
Yeah.
often have trouble going back to it.
No. Liquid did their homework too. Is Kunkka banned?
Yeah. That's weird though, right? It's like,
No,
maybe it wasn't the heroes.
you start doubting yourself.
Yeah. It's probably just human nature more than anything, right?
Yeah.
Because if you lose with it twice, you'd be telling yourself like, we're so dumb.
Seconds remaining.
It's like if it's in the same best of 3 or same 2-game series in this case.
Hmm.
I mean, there's gonna be, you know, it's still very fresh, and I would imagine that maybe the next day or an hour later you can see like, okay, you know what, this and this went wrong,
Oh, that's an
and
Earth
then you
Spirit.
can pick it again. But yeah, Earth Spirit it is.
I thought it was going to be Clock. I feel like Clock is better against these heroes. Okay, so Liquid need, what, a 5 position? Just pick up the, Take
what?
take Oracle again.
What's Kuroki gonna play? Or Oracle, I think. Actually, TNC bans out the puck, so they are expecting.
Oh, you
still
know, it'd be
to...
sick though. Silencer. They had a 5. If Liquid had a 5-position silencer right now, I'd be a big fan of
Yeah,
that.
they can still do that. They could even still go for core silencer. We have seen actually a support Zeus, haven't we? Maybe not this tournament.
Yeah,
maybe not this
people
year, but-
play it as a 4.
Yeah.
It's rare. That's why I said, by picking the Zeus, you can still leave things open. By playing a 4-position Zeus, but I would imagine at that point it's
TNC is expecting it because they ban out the puck.
yeah. That's the weird part to me. They think so. They also think it was a 4-position Zeus.
Yeah.
I mean, I flirted around with the idea after they chose it because I don't know if you heard the panel this morning, but Pycat was talking about this concept of having open heroes in drafting.
Yeah, I heard a bit of that.
Yeah, he was just saying usually you pick a hero that can go in multiple roles to try to keep them guessing,
Yeah.
and it is a
4-position Zeus.
it's a 4-position
Miracle
Zeus.
PL. So talk to me about 4-position Zeus. Why is it good?
Why is it not good? it's the best. It's just weird
Alright.
because because then your Sand King is your 5 position in this
Yeah.
situation. Because Kuroki typically, I mean, he's fine as a roamer too, but it puts you in an odd situation just because GH is normally going to be the guy that roams around the map with the stuns. And so your lineup is like really greedy.
From a new perspective, I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking Zeus. He's fairly slow.
Yes.
Ganking is not going to be super successful, and your mana pool is going to go down real fast. So you can't gank too much either. So the ganks that you do make have to be successful.
Okay.
And you got a Zeus. You have to rely on the Sand King initiation because he's going to be the one to have the disable because they are very low on disables. So overall, I kind of feel like Zeus. It takes a while before he can actually do things, and you need levels as well. And what I like about, for example, an Earthshaker as a position 4, he doesn't need that many levels. And a lot of supports have that, where they don't need a lot of levels to be super successful and super like impactful. Earth Spirit is one of those, needs only a couple of levels and he can make big plays. But Zeus doesn't have that. So what's something that I'm missing here?
So for most supports, when they hit level 6, it's kind of mediocre. Like you'll get your big ability, but it'll be much later into the game where you'll need some sort of setup, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, if you play Sand King, oftentimes you need Blink to be able to do too much. But with Zeus, once you hit 6, you're good. Your hero's fine. Like it's gonna do all the things that your hero's supposed to do. You have a hero that has a really easy mechanism for denying wards, so you're almost always gonna win the vision game when you're just trading up against other heroes. And right now, there's a dearth of heroes that can effectively trade with offlaners, and Zeus is probably pretty good at that. You just get a bunch of clarities and spam Mark Lightning.
Oh,
Like
yeah, he's got 3 clarities. He's ready.
It's kind of a weird situation because you know, you typically see GH playing heroes like the Sand King.
Yeah. Bit more playmaker heroes.
Yeah. Okay, so independent of the teams, whose draft do you like better?
So there's 2 factors here, because I'm not really convinced by the Zeus support, but I'm also not convinced by the Earth Spirit's support. That being said, it is a Tim's Earth Spirit, and I know that he is really good at the hero. So I would imagine I actually like TNC's draft a little bit more in this case.
Okay.
And that is mostly because of the Zeus.
Fair.
And I'm not too much of a fan of Lone Druid either. But
I'm gonna get all my predictions right now, by the way.
okay.
I'm feeling quite confident about this. As TNC, look at this trap that they've set.
Yep.
I think you get both.
They are going to try to get both. Kuroki's going to be the first target. He is going to try to burrow himself away, maybe chase him about a bit, buying some time for Miracle to get out, but Miracle was fine regardless. He also didn't even skill Doppelganger yet. He's not forced to do that. He's also thinking he's fine to go back to base. That might have been a little bit too greedy of him. The Jewel Breath misses though. That means that...
Oh, this is really cool. Kuka can now level his Blink because he knows that the mid PL doesn't have his what is it called? Spirit Lance? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should get the first word in that.
GH is gonna hang out mid a bit, seeing if Miracle needs any help. But just like that, also Kuroki is hanging mid as well. So let's take a look at who's playing what. As I still like to introduce everybody. Cuckoo on the Queen of Pain instead of TNC Dire side. We've got Sam H on the Bat Rider on bot lane. We have got Tim's on his signature Earth Spirit. Jakiro for 1.37. And last but not least, it is Raven on the Lycan. On the side of Team Liquid, Mind Control is playing the Beastmaster. He's going to get some company from his teammate Kuroki on the Sand King, but he's first going to see Tim's rolling in. There's a Jewel Breath as well, slowing him down. The Lycan Howl is there, but there's not enough damage, and the tower scares them off, just like Kuroki scares them off as well. He's got that Burrow Strike available, but didn't need to use it at all. In the mid lane, it is Miracle on the Phantom Lancer, and on bottom, it's a dual lane at the moment with Tubaman's Lone Druid, another signature hero there, and GH on the Zeus that we also saw hanging about mid earlier.
Everything's going pretty good right now for Liquid. They were tops in CS, but not a lot of conclusions that you can draw just off the beginning of this game. Nothing too severe has happened. For me anyways, Sam H getting this amount of levels in this bottom lane already is really promising. We talked about how Zeus is probably going to trade, but it doesn't seem that effective.
Oh, he's just walking back and forth. He's getting the rune. Seeing where he goes back middle or maybe back bottom. Maybe gets more runes. There's an Invis rune actually at the bottom spot.
Yeah. And Miracle, just going to double walk forward and...
Oh, he might pay
He doesn't
for that
have it.
one. Doesn't have a double walk, and they know this too. Tim's, he's taking a lot of damage. Gets the kickoff still. Cuckoo chasing down Miracle. That
Miracle
should
should
be
be
a kill.
dead here.
There is GH helping out. The Fairy Fire is not keeping Miracle alive. GH is
Cuckoo's
looking for
really
the kill.
low.
Kuroki will get the burrow out and take the kill.
That's that support duo. You doubted it, Cheever,
I
but
did.
look at them go. Let's ignore the fact that their PL tied first.
But at the same time, you got a Lone Druid and a Beastmaster on the top and bottom lane, and those two don't need that much help, so they actually can help out mid a lot. They are free to rotate like that, without too many consequences that are negative for the other lanes.
Yeah. The interesting thing for me right now, the Spat Rider Not sure what Liquid's solution is going to be about it. Just because Matama Man, like, this isn't the best one-on-one situation for him in general. And this top wave, this Beastmaster, doing a pretty good job actually. He has 9 CS, despite the fact that he was originally against 3 different heroes. This dual lane though up at top shouldn't accomplish too much. So instead Kuro, who stacked one time, is just going to sandstorm these up. Probably the correct play to make since there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, just getting some levels on the board. And then not hindering the Beastmaster too much. He
Well,
doesn't need help right now. Oh,
You really want the level 2. You get an extra 100 range on your stun.
yeah. On the burrow. You want your level 3.
Yeah. But where's he going to go is the question that I want to pose to you just because...
To get experience, you mean?
Well, just...
Or once he has it?
Yeah, because he can't really go mid, because Cuckoo shouldn't die if he has Blink. The only reason he dies there is because they all-in committed on Miracle, right? In the first place, is Miracle going to get jumped on again? And
Yeah.
it looks like this should be a kill. He's going to pop his Fairy Fire, but so will Cuckoo, and that's a solo kill, and...
He gets a return kill, but still the experience going the way of
Oh,
the
GH.
Pain.
Poor GH.
GH is getting run down. This is
Oh, he juked him!
well, but
Did he?
I mean, no, not enough. That's gonna be a dead Zeus.
They're
And
just getting solo killed.
Yeah. The turn rate is also so low that even if he wants to turn around, still do some damage to that Bat Rider, he doesn't even get any spells off.
Blink was committed by Queen of Pain, so they want to make a move on this. Miracle gonna throw out that Lance. They want to chase this down. There's gonna be a time period where there's kill potential here.
Yeah, 2 seconds for the blink. Cuckoo will be able to make it out, and there's a Jakiro coming in as well. Making sure that they can't chase under that tower. And, oh, not just, oh, Tim's got stuck by some neutrals. That courier revealed Tim's position as well. Is taking the long way around back. GH having a bit of Cuckoo trouble right now. Cuckoo jumping in. He has got the damage to take GH down. GH does as much damage as he can.
Cuckoo doesn't have Blink.
Has got a Burrow Strike available just now. That courier's just hanging out there in the air, trying to be a bait, making sure that they can't hit Kuroki perhaps, Cuckoo perhaps, and they did not hit Kuroki. And
Tims
gets out as
out
well.
too.
They're just getting out, and it's Shrine time. It's 5:20. Shrine's just up. And
It's Shrine time!
It's, I mean, TNC just styled on them. I don't normally use that because I don't like to say that, but they actually just made everything working out in their favor.
You don't like to say styled on them, but you're willing to say Shrine time? That sounds like the worst talk show of all time. It's Shrine time! Oh, mid lane.
Shrine time. It was the first time I
Cuckoo.
said that. He is having a blink. He's gonna need it too. There's no mana for the Burrow Strike, unfortunately. For
They will Shrine time themselves at bottom.
Oh, Bat Rider, he's gonna get some help, but it's not gonna be in time for him, but they might get the return kill anyway. They do indeed.
Definitely do. But solo XP for Matama Man.
Yes.
For killing a level 5 Bite Rider. Not the worst exchange that they've had. Like in terms of gold, slightly goes ahead for TNC, but you have to commit 2 supports down at bottom for that. So Mind Control, the wave is going to push in for him a little bit. And at the same time, Liquid knows that there's a stack here, which is most likely going to go for this Bat Rider. Go towards this Bat Rider, I should say.
Dire are scanning. Where are they scanning? Oh, they want to see if there's someone waiting on the high ground. Cuckoo getting some help. Miracle's fine. GH is around there as well. GH is level 3. And as you said, when he reaches level 6, that's basically what he's there for. So levels are kind of important for the supports in this game, or at least for him specifically. We already had the Sentinel level 3, and then level 2 Burrow Strike helping out. And overall in levels, it is TNC supports that are doing a little bit better with the Jakiro already at level 4.
Yeah, this game going much better, and it's less of a cluttered game because in the last game there's a sense of foreboding, right?
Yeah.
Where you run into this Huskar and you're like, guys, we have to do everything we can to deal with this Huskar, and if we don't, the game's gonna be over. We've got to win the other 2 lanes. But no, you can take the game at a much more even approach this game.
Oh, the Burrow Strike. He popped his wall form. He might be able to get out. He's taking a lot of damage, but it's not enough to take him down on Liquid. I gotta have to watch him run away with an inch of his life, but no level 6 on GH, so they can't punish that. And he's actually
Oh,
going
mid
for the
lane,
temple.
Miracle.
Miracle.
He's trying to get the ulti off.
Yeah, there's one Sonic Wave available, but he's not going for that anymore.
He was so afraid.
Yeah.
He queued it up. He cancelled it like 4 different times because
You know that the doppelganger
that's
is
embarrassing.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot of time for Miracle to get that off either, but
But if anybody can do it, it is Miracle.
yeah, that's the respect that you just simply show.
Yep. Hey, look, it's shrine time.
It's
I'm gonna say that every time now. No,
it's
I
shrine
won't.
o'clock.
Don't worry. Oh, jeez.
You started it. I'm trying to help finish it so that we never say that again.
I mean, that's fair enough. We'll get bored of it. Top lane, we got Mind Control waiting in the wings, maybe trying to get a kill on Jakiro. If he is able, he's probably able to chase Jakiro. Jakiro is a very slow hero, especially when you have got the boar helping you out. Nice kill.
But boyfriend died for that.
You know, sacrifice.
Somebody's got to die for the cause.
Yep.
Mind
What
control.
happened to creep lives matter?
They don't. That it's not really a creep. It's like your buddy that you
But
just
that's
watched
even
die.
worse.
In a way. But I don't have friends, so it doesn't matter to
Wow.
me.
That hurts.
Oh, Tim's is spotted here. He's gonna lay down the sentry. He kind of understands.
That's his vision right there. But it's just DH too, though. We did miss a
Oh,
kill. I missed a kill.
now he gets it.
Yep, he got the Sonic Wave off at the right time. And Miracle had Doppelganger available, but didn't get it off in time.
That time he threw it anyways.
Yeah,
He's like, screw you, Miracle. You're not that
I
good.
mean, you gotta try. Yeah, right? You gotta try. So he
Yeah.
tried. He did take a lot of damage himself. So
You watch basketball at all?
no.
It's like when guys are afraid to get dunked on, so they don't even take effort. They don't want to get embarrassed, but
It's like me playing Pudge.
yeah, you just gotta do it.
I just don't hook because I'm afraid to miss
You're
them.
gonna- Nah, you just gotta take the risk. You miss every shot you don't take, Shiver.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. Wise lessons. Mind Control wrapping around on the bottom lane. Wants to go for Sam H. He's got a roar available. Just needs
there's the
to
Firefly.
vision. There's the roar.
Turns around.
And the axes, and Bedrider is entangled, and that makes him go down.
There's a Jakiro TP. He
I'm
might
not-
regret this.
He is regretting this, very much so. He is getting some help from the Lycan. Maybe he set up a kill for Mind Control, but oh no! He gets speared back to base, still to chase us on, but he's not going to get the kill. Mind
Oh,
Control
and he gets
anymore,
rooted
and
too.
He gets rooted, of course he does. Maduma Man. He still goes down. Cuckoo comes in with a haste rune.
They should know that Mind Control's down there. I think Cuckoo chases this.
Yeah, there. Maybe it's going to be a scan. A scan available for the Dire team? Yes, it is. But
Cuckoo's trying to game sense this, but Mind Control has the Hawk out, trying to sense when he walks past. He's got the Tranquil Boots healing him now too, Cuckoo.
yeah, he's fine.
Not gonna end up going for this.
Miracle's actually coming in. Taking the farm.
Just takes one creep and walks away.
That'll teach him. Ooh, Doppelganger used, but Cuckoo is not going to commit. He has got a couple of stick charges.
Yeah,
No
up at bottom,
Sonic
Raven.
Wave. Yeah, Mind Control came back out and make sure that the Lycan that didn't have his wolf form anymore gets punished for overextending. He was very deep without any assistance.
Yeah. Plus Matama Man is the best at fortuitous routes.
I mean, at this point, it's just skill. Just fix it. Whenever he needs the root.
Really feel like not to overthink it, but I think you do go for the dive there. You just because you know that the Beastmaster TP down there. There's no other way that he can get there fast. Plus the Queen of Pain had blocked off that.
You mean Cuckoo when he?
Yeah, because he blinked forward, so he knows that he has to
Yeah.
be down there. I think it's worth the scan, just as a hindsight note.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a hard call to make, but you probably still try to do it.
Let's see. Yeah, this is scouted out. The wolves are here with the vision, so they know GH and Mind Control are hanging about this tower, and they might actually choose to fight this. Tim's coming in as well. Tim's is level 6 by this point. We have wolf form up again in a second. And they might try to make something happen here. They're looking for it. The roar comes out on Tim's. He's gonna start this all off, and that means that Tim's is down. They do get GH, and Raven, he's not done yet. He's looking for Mind Control. The Wolves have got the scent of this Beastmaster, and this Beastmaster is definitely not a master of the other beast. Raven does get feared away, however. Cuckoo still on the chase. Raven coming back in, mighty speedy. His wolf form ended, and Mind Control realizes he's done for. He's just gonna stand there and take it like a man.
He tried a suicide though. That was pretty cool.
With the boar?
Yeah. He tried to. The boars were gonna get revenge.
Yeah. Trying to take some life of the master. Oh,
Oh.
Sam H! You're dead! Hey! Zeus I already used his ult once, actually. My bad.
That was rude. He just sort of got nuked by 3 different things and went down. And
I mean,
they're
there's a
gonna
lot
run
of nuke
Cuckoo.
damage on Liquid.
They're gonna pop the shrine.
Yeah, and they're gonna go in, or they want to go in, perhaps. Kuroki.
Cuckoo does have his ultimate.
Yeah.
Not quite committing it yet as...
He wants to do it on more than one person, I guess. So he's gonna maybe... Oh, more nuke damage. Gets punished for it. He does let out his ult. He does hit the 2 supports.
Oh, he's gonna go for it, Tims!
He gets it too with a nice kick there.
That's a Tims Earth Spirit.
That's a Tim's Earth Spirit for sure. In the meantime, on the top lane, there is a Matuma Man in a bit of danger. Samage gets feared away. They still want to go for that bear, perhaps. They
The
still
2
look
dragon
for
dudes.
the master as well.
Look at that root. I told you.
Yeah, he's getting it, but nice flame break. Not enough to take down the bear, unfortunately. Or is it maybe that link dagger? Nah, no way. Overall, though,
roots.
TNC is doing just fine. Their net worth, obviously, the lone druid is topping the charge, but they're liking their Queen of Pain. Samage and Cuckoo are doing good. Compared to last game, it's a world of difference.
Compared to the last game, everything's okay.
I mean, last game was a rough one, but
Last game, they... Like 2 minutes from now, they get roached.
yeah.
Pretty much everything fixes that.
Last game, 5 minutes from now, they got raxed. That's that doesn't look like it's happening this time. And the problem, you said previous game that you felt like TNC always was lacking a bit of push in their draft. They definitely fixed that with this game because they have the Lycan. So that helps. And they have they are going for the Necronomicon, so the Necrobook is gonna be
Up at bottom 2, they're gonna pop the ulti. Does it get the kick?
Ooh, that was just in time. Mind control not allowed to teleport out. Gets the roar off, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for Raven. Tim's actually gets the last hit for that because of the roar, but
It's a short cooldown anyway, so...
yeah, that's true.
Up at top, Matuma Man's still the saving grace, but TNC definitely playing a very fast pace right now. They've got Bat Rider, Blink Dagger. They want to be able to utilize it to kill Matuma Man. And here we go. There isn't an ulti up on this Queen of Pain, but Matuma Man actually sensing some danger. Gonna switch his position a little bit.
There's a lot of people missing from the map. Cuckoo does show himself to the bear.
Yeah, that was well done by Matuma Man. He senses some danger. He originally was on the low ground with this bear, and then he thinks to himself, my tower's being pushed in. It's very likely that they're gonna wrap in around me.
Yep. They lose 2 tier 1 towers. Actually, the push from Jakiro, I didn't even mention that yet, but Liquid Fire helps out a lot as well. So 2 tier 1s drop. Those were the first towers of the game to go down. Miracle might be a little bit of a pickle, but he just doppelgangers out of there. And now Tims is the one in trouble. Tries to teleport out and should be A-okay.
Yeah.
Who's not A-okay is GH. He's stuck on a cliff and standing in fire is never healthy. Sam H used lasso for that as well.
And if you look at Mind Control's build, doesn't opt to go for the Necro Book immediately, like we said.
Yep.
Instead, preferring to go for the Medallion, but this is a Beastmaster that's gonna struggle to find farm around the map. Oftentimes, if you just look at Beastmasters, historically what they do is they push out that top wave with the rest of his team. They take that tier 1 and tier 2 up at top, and then they get control of the jungle and they can farm non-stop, but has to have rotated a little bit too much as the root. I told you!
Oh! Cuckoo comes in though and gets feared instantly, but at least the Jakiro doesn't die.
Oh, and they might actually find something here in mid.
Yep. Mind control. Tries to save out Miracle. Miracle lives for the moment. Sam H might not live though. GH is there as well. And that is a dead Bet Rider. Was a little bit too deep, thinking he could get a hand on the Phantom Lancer. That is a miracle. Oh! Sonic Wave! Down you go!
Mind Control's game has just been...
It's a tricky game.
This is just not the type of Beastmaster game that you want to play. If you can't take that the enemy safe lane tower, your game becomes so awkward. And this time around, it's TNC that hasn't lost a single tier 1.
Yep. They look quite healthy. Bottom lane. Miracle wants to try and stop this from happening. Tims is here as well as Raven though. This is a tricky teleport in. Raven is actually just focusing on this tower. The fortification comes out as a tier 1 tower just dropped, so...
all the summons going on at
again.
GH. And he's stuck, although he's going to run around. And the courier goes down, and meanwhile at mid, Kuroki's going to go.
Fights all around. GH lives. Kuroki, Sand King, does not. 147 does not live either.
Yeah. They did lose the courier as well. That bottom tower is being pinged out by TNC. They're saying, guys, they rotated all into mid and back. Let's take this tower. During this time as well, Lycan TP's top instead. So he's going to get control there.
This is like an whole different TNC that we're seeing compared to previous game. They're playing it very clever.
No, they're playing really fast more than anything.
Okay.
Like they make a move, and instead of lingering like they did in the previous games, even if it goes bad, they just move on. There's always a purpose in their direction. They're always making some kind of play that leads to something. It's just smart.
How does Liquid stop this though? Because it feels like, you know, the pace that TNC has set is something that Liquid can't keep up with at the moment.
Yeah, the problem is normally when you have heroes that have this enormous one item power spike, and for Lone Druid, of course, that's going to be the Radiance.
Yeah.
If you're not winning the early, you're not going to risk anything. So you just kind of have to deal with the fact that you're going to lose some fights because you're playing 4v5. And you've got a hero like Phantom Lancer that needs minimum core items as well. Like, he needs that diffusal just to be even a little bit effective.
How do you name your bear?
What?
The bear is called El Doge.
Maybe it's the... wait, hold up. That's so cool.
I don't even know how that happens. But, I mean, that's... I'm confused.
I thought it was a cosmetic thing, but
I mean, it could be.
I think it's a cosmetic thing. It has to be, right?
Yes, it is. It is. He
Okay,
has named
see?
it.
So if you name the item, then you get to name your bear?
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, Jakiro! 1-4-3-7, he got scouted out. I guess it is only a Jakiro that dies from a 5-man gank. Burrow Strike comes out. Actually, Tim's teleports in. They want to fight this. It's going to be too late for the supports, though. They already dropped. Cuckoo is here. Raven as well. Looking for more. Kuroki he drops as well as Miracle. And they try to get Matuma Man.
Matuma Man would be a huge kill for them here.
Yeah, he's trying to run away. He's maybe getting slowed if Cuckoo gets close enough. It doesn't even need to happen. He just drops regardless. Godlike for Cuckoo right now. He gets a double.
Check GH.
He's trying to cut the wave, making sure that the push doesn't continue there because that might be scary.
Yeah, they're probably gonna still take a lot of damage on this tier 2 tower. They managed to take this one range creep with them. This might even mean the tower's death itself. They don't have glyph up, and in mid lane, mind control blinks out, but again, still doesn't have a lot of farm. That tier 2 tower still ends up going down. Up at top, this Lycan getting really farmed. Same with the Queen of Pain, and Liquid, during the time they were waiting for this Lone Druid Radiance, they might have just let their opportunity slip a little bit too hard.
At the right side, they still have all their wrecks, so their high ground defense is not too bad at all. They just need to play it a little bit to the late game, but late game for TNC, they don't
at bottom.
have too bad lineup for that either. Burrow Strike away for Kuroki. He's not gonna make that. That looks unlikely.
Yeah. Gonna try to make it around the corner, but this is gonna be a beyond godlike for Cuckoo, who's just gone off in this game.
Yep.
Some solo kills here and there, making plays with his team.
Giving Miracle a tough time in mid as well.
Yep.
Miracle having a diffusal blade, and that's about it. So they're just waiting for their high ground defense, and then hoping that they have enough to deal with it. And they are getting their items up. I mean, with the Radiance there, they definitely have a good shot at getting a solid high ground defense and then holding out until they're uneven ground as TNC, I would say.
Yeah, Zeus ult expended. Miracle gonna barely make it out of there. But still, they're just getting pummeled around the map. I think Roshan is probably the next objective for TNC. Liquid should know that that's coming. And that's not an Aegis that you can give away for free. If Cuckoo gets that, he's going to be able to preserve that godlike streak for quite some time.
Oh, Jakiro getting roared, but there's Tim's around there, so they can't actually go in too deep. But the entangle is there, and that's all he needs. Necropar gets put out.
The
Nice
bear's being
lasso.
dragged back.
Yeah, let's see if they can kill him off. They're able to kill off Tim's, and this time Sam H might be in trouble. Couple more sticky napalms, and Matuma Man, he can teleport out. The rest of his team is not there to back him up, and it turns out Liquid takes that engagement quite handily.
Yeah, that's 2 heroes down. Their supports. At the same time, though, they didn't lose the mid tower on the side of TNC. The game kind of resets a little bit for the time being, but it's just base creation tactics more than anything. Like, the Queen of Pain is still immensely powerful. She's got so much farm on her. As DD Rune gonna go to Raven. I would really like to see them go for the Roshan next. We talked about how that was probably going to be the next objective anyways.
Yeah. There's a Hawk there though from Liquid. Is Liquid in a position to fight that? They have almost got the Blink Dagger for Kuroki, so they would have the level 2 Epicenter and the Blink Burrow.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. There's no way that you give that up. We did talk about the reason why so originally when they picked the Sand King, I thought it would go offlane and Zeus would play the 4, right?
Yes.
And the reason for that is being really clear here is Kuro, look at his Blink Dagger timing.
Yeah, it's not been an easy game for him.
Yeah, because he's had to buy all the wards. So he hasn't been able to really have opportunity to do too much, and he's been trying to stop his team from just getting run over while this lone druid farms.
And it's really difficult getting gold as a support when there's no towers dying.
Yeah.
It makes it extra tricky. In that case, it's not too bad that he had 23 minutes, perhaps. But the towers are indeed still standing and not even looking too unhealthy. Maybe the mid one slightly, but yeah, looking solid for TNC. Maybe this lone druid is able to do something here in mid with the tower. In the meantime, they do lose Sam H on that bottom lane, and it looks like Liquid is putting some extra pressure down. Can they take down this bear? They need more people. They have more people as well. In comes Cuckoo, in comes Raven. No teleport out for you.
They even killed the bear.
Yep, bear first, owner after.
Everyone's got to go full retreat mode right now, but TNC, they smell blood.
Yeah, they have such a great chase potential on their lineup as well, with an Earth Spirit and the Lycan.
Liquid though, they're gonna get their second tower of the game.
Oh, Mind Control just showed himself, but he's invisible. You've got an invisible. Lucky guy.
Second tower though, Miracle, just trying to be the second core that this lone druid needs. TNC again, this Roshan's still an open opportunity for them while these two cores are down.
Actually, did they know? I think that he teleported out. They saw him walk past with the courier, so.
I think this is a fight that you take if you're Liquid though. You're about to have the Zeus ulti.
I mean, you got.
Lone Druid's gonna be up in 10. You've at least gotta. I definitely don't think you give up this Roshan.
Is the Roshan going down too fast? They're not aware of this. Do they have? They don't have the bird here anymore. This is the vision of Team Liquid, and they have no clue.
Now it's gonna be way too late.
Yeah. That means Aegis in the hands of Cuckoo, and perhaps soon them trying to go high ground, because that type of fight is very different from the type of fights they've been taking so far.
Yes. You notice, by the way, there's just a ton of clarities being purchased.
By who?
On TNC.
Clarity.
They both got broken because of the Zeus ult that just came out, but everyone's just spamming clarities. I like it. It means that you get to play this really fast pace where instead of having to go back to base just to heal for mana, which is incredibly annoying.
And nobody is mana boost.
Yeah. So that's why they have to continuously do it.
Wouldn't you say that getting mana boots on a Jakiro, or maybe even on Earth Spirit, is just a little bit better
Oh, for sure.
than buying clarities all the time?
Maybe on the Earth Spirit this game. Jakiro usually goes for the Tranquils just because he needs the armor.
Yeah. Hello, Matuma man.
Or the move speed, I should say, sorry.
Did the... Oh, they don't know. They don't know! Hello.
Oh,
Ah,
no,
they know. Hello. Bye.
That is your highest net worth hero. Goodbye.
Yeah, and that is a dead bear. In the meantime, Mind Control is very deep here as well, still trying to maybe cut the wave. Has a chance to in case the push comes out. They're having a very good time making sure that those waves are constantly in the right position for Team Liquid. But they can't really do much with it. Mind Control with the Shadow Blade finds himself Tims with the Roar as well as the Axis. Could be looking to get a kill here. Can Tims get himself out? Blink away from Mind Control.
Tims isn't really sure where he wants to go. But meanwhile, while that happens, Cuckoo finds another kill. That's number 14 for him. Miracle gonna run up, trying to avoid this. And Liquid right now, they're just trying to push in all the waves, make sure that this Aegis doesn't just lead to some kind of Rax push.
Yeah.
And TNC, they're happy to oblige. They're saying, we'll kill you around the map anyways, doesn't really matter. Miracle gonna run into 1437 here though.
Is it at some point not for Liquid, or rather for TNC, that their window is kind of closing? Like they're ahead right now? I guess not even by as much as I thought they were, like they're 5k gold ahead.
It's enough at this point. They've got so much more team fight than them too. Like Liquid, their lineup is predicated on just farm. These two cores, they just need to become stronger.
They have to go up against the Sand King with a Burrow Epi though. This is a scary high ground high ground fight for TNC.
Yeah. They do have BKB on Raven, but you don't want to just blow it immediately.
No.
You are correct in the sense that high ground against Radiance carriers especially is...
It's a different beast.
Yeah, it's really rough to play against right now.
You gotta pick people off all across the map like they have been doing, and then having the lanes in the right position and then go. Like, that's
Exactly.
the ideal scenario. But also Liquid knows that, so that's
Oh,
why
up
they've
the
been
top?
doing the waves, like you said, as much. Making sure that the waves are never in the right position for TNC, and it would take too long for them to get the base after pickoff.
So TNC right now, they push in this bottom wave. Mind control is shadow bladed up actually.
And there is dust available on TNC. Tim's has some. But they're not gonna need it, they're going for mid lane instead. Seeing if someone comes to try and gank Cuckoo.
They push out this bottom wave, then they can make the connect happen. Maelstrom coming online for Raven to deal with that Phantom Lancer in case he does become a problem. Because PL is just a hero that they haven't seen for a while.
Link Lasso, that is GH to the low ground. GH to the high ground with the Force Staff. Not enough though, with the Sonic Wave coming out from
Yeah,
Cuckoo.
Mind
They find
Control's getting pretty low too.
He does not have a Shadow Blade to get himself away from there, and he gets chased by Cuckoo. Should be another kill for him on the board. Indeed it is. Double kill for him. Miracle also outside of the base, also
What?
drops, but he buys back instantly.
They're just dying now.
I think he tried to get in on the back line, maybe get a support or something, but it wasn't even close.
These are really tanky supports.
Yeah, Jakiro is the highest strength gain of any support.
On top of that, he's got a pipe.
Yeah.
You're not messing with that guy.
No, you don't want to mess with that guy.
Although
Miracle
Tim's
has
at
to be
top.
very careful.
He's gonna get chased down by this bear for a second, but Matema Man says this isn't going anywhere. Backs up, but he cancelled his TP.
Matuma Man?
Yeah, he actually cancelled his TP, so this is an open Rax, and I don't think if TNC knows this.
No, I don't think they do. And then they're not going to force this either, not with the buybacks coming out.
That's gonna reset things a little bit, but from Liquid, very costly.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt them quite a bit. Having to buy back on Miracle, we talked about how he was gonna be... He needs to shine as a second core if they're gonna have any chance in this right now.
Yeah.
But he's just so underfarmed, Sheaver. He's so underfarmed. They need to
So-
shove these lanes in faster, but TNC's playing so fast around the map. When I say fast, I mean instead of stopping to farm neutrals,
They're
going from-
objectives.
yeah, they're going from place to place. They go bottom, then they immediately connect to each other. That's usually what you mean playing fast. Playing slow means you hit these neutrals, you stop on the way, you make sure that you get every single creep, you wait for bounty runes, you do all these things that slow down your play unnecessarily. Whereas TNC, you go up, you shove the wave, you go down, you shove the wave. You skip the wave whenever you can.
Yep. Get the shrines whenever you can. So this is a top shrine already. And Liquid knows that something needs to change, so it is smoke time. Miracle actually got passed for the smoke. Obviously, they know exactly where TNC was. Being a pain Cuckoo, this would be a good find. Zeus ultimate to scout everybody out. They go in first, they find a Jakiro. Jakiro is able to lay down an ice path before he dies. Aegis is gone in the meantime. That
Cuckoo's
was an
getting pretty
Aegis
low.
taken. Kuroki having a bit of a trouble there. Cuckoo alive for the moment, gets a kill. Godlike still. In the meantime, the rest of the
Oh, in
fight
the
is
back line.
happening. Zeus is dead as a Raven, as well as Tim's. Just find them. There's no buyback from the Sand King or Lone Druid or Zeus. This could be a lane of Rax. Miracle is frantically trying to push out the wave in mid. Top lane is also pushed out, so they are lucky that the lanes are in a good spot right now. Raven is trying to stop that, but the creeps are just running away from him.
Yeah, and this is why I stress outpush so much. Because you're in a position where you want to fight, but you've got to reshove in the lanes, meaning whatever advantage that you might have gained by killing those three heroes gets reset by the fact that you can't immediately go for a high ground push.
Yeah.
That's why oftentimes you'll see teams go for the push first, clear things out, then they'll smoke. And when teams go to solo push it out, that's when you nab a kill here or there, and then you can go for the immediate high ground. Because the fact that Miracle was able to salvage that a little bit by shoving in this mid lane means that TNC didn't really have an opening to capitalize off of. Because it's not like there's a Roshan available either. But when it does come, the next Roshan happens, that's when TNC, you don't really have to worry so much about shoving in the waves, because you can kind of brute force down things.
Yeah.
And even if your side lanes are being shoved in, you don't have to worry so much because you're presuming that you're going to win the fight anyways.
So Liquid's still on the back foot, but it is getting to a point where they're having an opportunity to fight back more than before. And that's why we saw them go for the smoke kick, because they thought they had an advantage. But unfortunately, it didn't really work out that way. What are we looking for Liquid to... Like, are they going to contest the next Roshan? Are they in the position to do that?
You're not really, but
Do they have to?
you're going to die a slow death.
So they have to, kind of. You have to kind of hope the TNC makes a mistake in the next couple
Yeah.
of fights.
you still have really good abilities if you're Liquid, and your high ground strength is still there, but I feel like it only takes just a little bit more to tip things really hard in TNC's favor, if not already. It's 12k lead, everyone on their team is farmed. You saw in the last fight when they all in on this Shakiro.
Yeah. And he's still got the Ice Path off
Yeah.
to delay.
He's
the
got a
fight
4
little
staff
bit.
now too, so killing him is going to be even harder. Not that it was easy to begin with.
No, he is very, very tanky. For support. A lot more tanky than the Zeus. We've seen GH and Kuroki having a rough time staying alive. Also in terms of levels, Kuroki level 13, lowest level of TNC is level 17.
That is the 5 position Sand King that we were so concerned about. It wasn't even the Zeus so much as it was the Sand King.
Well, they smoke up again. Look for a target. They might find Raven. Got the Beastmaster. Ah, they find him.
There
The
we
Burst
go.
Strike is there as well. as the
Pop
roar.
everything.
Alright, you got him. You got him, guys. And he does not have buyback. And this is a time where Roshan's actually up. This could be huge.
That is a really sloppy death because of that reason alone. Roshan is up. Bottom lane is relatively shoved in. Like, the only reason you're down there is to die, really.
That's not a good reason.
Yeah, that's just a sloppy death because now Liquid have this opening. If he doesn't die there, TNC, they push out the waves up at top. You just let Sam H.
Ice Path Macro Fire coming up from 1 through 7.
Oh, this is
That
huge for
actually
them though.
helps a lot. Yeah, it's a good
This is
place
still
to
a fight that Liquid wants to take though. It is 4v5, but
Oh, that bear is already dead. Burrow Epicenter coming out from Kuro though. Almost kills off Tim's and a 1-4-3-7,
doesn't
but
quite die, though.
doesn't. Sam H drops the Miracle, but Miracle is already on the retreat. His Cuckoo is on his tail. He's trying to get him. Kuroki not
he
able
knows
to get
which
away
one
from
is
this
real.
one. There you go. 1-4-3-7 gets him, and Miracle drops as well. That is a 5-man wipe, and they
Now
didn't
they go
even
down mid.
have a Lycan.
that was still a fight that Liquid had to take though. It was a 4v5. If you lose that fight, the game most likely ends anyways. That's a risk that you have to take just because of the numerical advantage. This side lane up, pushing. Same with mid and Liquid. I mean, this should mean the game in TNC's favor. Because they can just go back for a Roshan if anybody from Liquid comes back alive, forces the buyback, but TNC knows there's no way Liquid has the money for
even
it.
if Sankin buys back, what's he gonna do? He doesn't have Epicenter, he would just die.
There's a pipe available on the side of TNC.
Yeah,
At
that
minimum,
made,
this is
that
going to
made
be 2
all the
sets.
difference. That's the only reason that Tim's was able to live through that Epicenter in the pit. And unfortunately for Kuroki, it was only Tim's in the pit, so he was the only one that was even brought low. So that is 1 lane of Rax looking to get 2, looking
this
to
is
get
gonna be
3.
mega creeps.
Raven is back in this as well. He's got a BKB available as he was not in the previous fight, so he didn't need to use anything. He does get forced back by the Lone Druid, top lane. Not getting forced back just yet. Getting the melee creeps. No mega creeps just yet. Ooh, BKB and Roar, like it. In trouble. Raven has got wolf form in a second though. Might be enough. He's getting burst strike. No, the Force Staff just in time from Tim's, the savior. Raven now in wolf and now in aggression.
Oh, Matama Man in the backline though. Gonna go
Ooh.
down for this.
He's trying to get back to base. Not gonna happen. Cuckoo hasn't died yet for ages. He's 20-2. Mind control outside of his base as well. And Raven, he's looking for revenge for that roar earlier. He's gonna get it too with the help of Tim's. Nobody dead inside of TNC. And 1 lane of Rax left standing on the bot lane.
It's completely unprotected though. This range Brax has been lowered a little bit. Shrines are going down to Miracle looking for the chase, but that is 5 heroes alive from TNC, 22k gold lead.
Oh, yeah,
TNC showing again. They don't give up free games. They might be splitting, but they're splitting series with the best of them.
Yep. And they're able to hold like really the difference in playstyle for this game compared to last game as well. I just felt like maybe last game the draft was not really in their comfort zone.
Definitely not. It forces you into a weird position because you don't really want that Tinker last pick because we talked about the issue. You have an Ember, so you don't have a high ground core, meaning even if you get advantages, you can't split push. You're sort of just on the defensive at all times, and TNC is not a defensive team.
No,
they've got to play aggressive like this.
with playing this fast pace.
Exactly. So you connect at bottom right now. There's no Aegis. They don't even want to go for this Roshan. I'd say this is the one weird thing about TNC is, for example, when they played against Secret yesterday, they just went for the GG and tried to end the game instead of playing it a little bit more patiently.
Yeah,
But play to win.
Not well.
Yeah, but play to win. I enjoy it. They're gonna go for it anyways. There's an Aegis available that's theirs, but they're like, nah.
They get the lasso, they drag out GH and the Zeus. There will be no Zeus in this fight. He buys back though. There will be a Zeus in this fight. Roar actually up on Cuckoo, and he does not have an Aegis.
Oh,
He
he's
will
gonna die.
die. Loads of money for Miracle as he gets the bounty of the Beyond Godlike Queen of Pain. Raven realizes he has to run.
That's what I mean, man. Why did they have to do that? Why couldn't they just
They
Roche?
didn't need to do that.
They just needed a Roche. It's like most teams are just gonna go like, guys, we have 2 sets of racks down.
Aye.
They have an exposed racks at bottom. Let's just go for a Roshan. They can't kill our Queen of Pain twice. Who does that?
Well, TNC does that. I mean, for anybody that missed the game that they played against Secret, they had a very, very strong lead.
And then they just all bought back.
And then they bought back and died again. They just died back.
Look who's gonna go for the Roshan. I mean, I gotta appreciate that.
Oh, another lasso. This time it is on the Beastmaster. Mind
Oh, he
control
goes down
drops.
fast.
He goes down very fast. It was an ice path as well. It caught the bear. Same just trying to make sure that he runs out from the fight. He gets flame right there as well. Stam getting very far away from his team though, and he'll pay for that one. In the meantime, it was Miracle that was able to take out Batrider.
Yeah, and not necessarily a fight
not
you want
Batrider.
to take like that. They're trying to prevent the Roche, but gonna lose the Batrider for it. And
Can they take Roche still? Because Queen of
without the
Pain is still
Beastmaster,
not
I don't think
there.
so.
It's not fast enough, you would imagine. Then. Do they know he's here? I think they do. Yeah, they do. They have to. They don't. They don't.
Make up your mind.
They have a ward in the Ancients is hidden, but they haven't. So they knew he was there. Nice ice path from 1 for 3.
They're just gonna lose heroes?
Actually both die. Yeah, Necropire comes out, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
At
Tim's
this
is gonna
point,
probably fall here too. Nope. Gonna roll himself away. Raven in the backline. GH.
Oh, he's stuck. No, never mind. Not stuck. GH is the one that's stuck.
GH now has no buyback.
And they know
that?
this too. Yes. So this time
This time,
they have learned
they've learned their lesson. It cost
Yes.
them a little bit,
a
but
little bit.
come on, the game is still.
I mean, that's the game of Dota, right? You learn some every time you play a game.
Yeah, everyone has to die for it, but it's no problem.
Make sure that
You like this 1.74 cooldown Shadow Strike? That's incredible. It's already up again. Arcane Rune plus Octarine Core. And the cooldown reduction. This is absurd.
And this is a fight. This could be the last one for Liquid if they don't win this. Raven does not have the Aegis. He does have an Echo Shell on him, so he's trying to run. His BKB is ended though. He's got to eat the cheese, and he did. And Cuckoo, he is still alive. Cuckoo has got the Aegis. He's fine in this fight. He takes down Miracle.
that
He helps him
T-swap.
on the rest, and that is Sand King dropping as well. Lone Druid, last one surviving. He's in the base. This could be it. There's no buyback on anybody of Team Liquid.
That was so huge. Being able to swap the chase to their teammate. I love cheese passes because you got to coordinate so
GG.
quickly for it. They're gonna call GG. There's absolutely no point in playing it out. No one's got buyback. They're just gonna get thrown.
What a good game from TNC.
Every one of my predictions was wrong, even though I said that they would off here. I will say though that I wasn't even close on any of them.
I mean, that just means you watched a good game of Dota, right? Nothing happened as it should. Who doesn't love that?
What? Total number of trees destroyed by 30 minutes. I guessed 0 to 50. The correct answer was 520.
There's a Batrider. Of course it's gonna be loads.
I didn't think there'd be that many.
And an Earth
How many is
Spirit.
50 trees?
But
50 is a
people-
lot.
No, but
50 is a
people-
high number.
Yeah, but if everybody eats their tangos, it's already super high.
Oh, damn it. I'm so dumb.
Right. There was going to be more Dota on this stream very, very soon. And more of Blitz, and you'll have ODPixel in your ear as well. So stay tuned for more group stage action of the International 2017.